Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're having a great day, drinking lots of water, staying hydrated, have eaten something at some point today. If you haven't, now's your chance to, because we're sitting back relaxing and playing some more Dream Daddy today. We just have to do a date with Hugh, and then from there, I'd like to pick my two favorite dads, go on one more date with each of them, and then zero in on my favorite. I am stuck between two dads right now. But we're gonna get right in and play as Hugh. Do Hugh's date, because he's the only one I haven't gone on a date with yet. Yeah, if you're new here, hi, my name is Maximum, and I'm a variety streamer, so happy to have you here. So we're gonna jump right in. You're in Dad book.
Welcome. You've got dads.
And oh, not Hugo. It's not Hugh. It's Hugo. It's Hugo. Hugo. 1 second. Ha. Hugo. I gotta put in the stream. I put Hugh. Time for Hugo. Okay, Hugo. It's your turn. I navigate to Hugo's dad book page and type out a message. Hey Hugo, great seeing you at the barbecue. Want to hang out sometime? I'm so glad you messaged me, and I definitely want to hang out sometime, but I have a favor to ask. Our class is going on a field trip to the aquarium today, and one of our chaperones called in sick. Is there any possible way you could come by and replace them? I completely understand if you don't want to or can't make it, but I'm gonna be honest with you here. It's the middle school class. I need as much help as I can get. Amanda silently trudges into the kitchen and pours herself a bowl of cereal. Morning, Amanda. Morning, Pops. Hey, how was middle school for you?
Ugh.
Bad, but nobody likes middle school. It's 3 years of bad acne, crying, and being generally terrible.
Aww.
Everyone sucks. No self-awareness. It's just a bunch of hormonal teenagers locked in a gross old building for 40 plus hours a week, doing long division and starting fights over, I don't know, pizza day, top 40s pop. Middle schoolers should be avoided at all costs. What was your middle school experience like? I didn't like it. I had my first crush in middle school and I'm still bitter about it. Alexis Stuggs, you hurt me and I'll never forget. What'd she do to you? Remember the 24 hours we dated and the 3 times we held hands between class periods. I remember the bitter betrayal, her leaving me for Arnold Birmingham. Him making me eat dirt in front of her. I don't want to talk about it.
Eh?
See, middle schoolers are reprehensible. Wait, why are you asking me about middle school? Mr. Vega requested my help to chaperone his middle school class to the aquarium. Just wanted to know what I was in for. You get to go to the aquarium? Are you kidding me? The last field trip I got to go on was the clam chowder factory. They didn't even give us clam chowder. They gave us square pizza at a clam chowder factory. Oh, is that why you don't eat clam chowder anymore?
What?
No, it's because Bobby Wellingham threw up into one of the vats of clam chowder, and I'm the only one who saw it happen. Haunts me. Right, let's leave that story firmly in the past. Anyway, you should just do it. Mr. Vega sounds like he could really use the help. Plus, you get to hang out with the cool fish. Amanda and I get to get kind of weird about aquariums. The ocean makes me nervous. What, are you worried a whale's gonna pop out of the touch tank and swallow you whole? Don't you put fear in my heart. Well, do they have penguins there? Yes, they have penguins there.
Yes.
That's settled. Penguins outweigh fear of ocean. I let Hugo I'm available. He tells me to meet at the aquarium and gives me the address. School buses have beaten him there. Hugo jogs up to me looking frazzled. So glad you're here. Hugo, it's been a debacle all morning. We're short-handed and most of the kids will stop screaming. And I'm sure you know is the case with all middle schoolers. I lived through Amanda at 12. I'm all too familiar. Great. Well, it's you and me chaperoning a group of 10 kids. They're over here. Sitting on the ground playing with their phones. Can you guys put your phones away? All the kids look up for a moment to stare at Hugo, then they go back to texting. At least they're quiet. Too quiet. These guys are up to something, I can feel it. There's No way. They're too busy thinking about not getting food stuck in their braces to pull any stunts. It's middle school after all. We'll see. The classes started filing into the aquarium, and Hugo hands out massive stapled packets of paper to each kid. These are due at the end of the field trip. Yes, this will be for a grade. No, you can't borrow a pencil. The kids collectively groan and grab the sheets from Hugo. What's in the packet?
Hey.
Honestly, it's just busy work so the teachers can have a moment's reprieve. I think one of the questions asked them to sit quietly for 10 minutes to think about the Great Barrier Reef. Teacher hacks. I like that. Wait, I thought you were an English teacher. What does the aquarium have to do with books?
Oh.
We just did a unit on the old man of the sea. Nothing quite like introducing kids to the futile perseverance of the human spirit by making them pet stingrays.
Oh.
It gives us time to check out some of the exhibits as well. Come on, they have a phenomenal selection of tropical fish.
Hey.
That right there's a lionfish. Do you know their stomachs can expand up to 30 times in size? Well,
Hey.
their spines are venomous too. Nature's hardcore.
Yes.
You think that's bad? Take a look at this one over here. Hugo points to a spiny, grumpy-looking fish hanging out near the bottom of the tank. That's a stonefish, the most venomous fish in the world. And they just, keep it here? Oh, they're relatively harmless so long as you don't step on them. What happens if you step on them?
Oh.
Tissue necrosis. Cool. Nature's wild. He knows a lot about fish. See that fish over there?
Oh.
That one? Yeah, that's the... humphead race. Yeah. Did you know that this is the only species of fish known to develop clinical depression?
Oh.
Are you serious? Serious as a heart attack. We're talking fish here. There's no time for jokes. That's a clownfish. I thought it was funny. Every time I try to be funny, they don't like it. After a while, I look around and see Hugo again. He's gazing up at the aquarium in childlike wonder. He looks really cute in the light. Hope he doesn't see me staring. Well, I walk over to join him. Beautiful, isn't it? I'd rather stare at you. We can learn a great deal from Mother Ocean. Oh yeah, it's very astute point, Goobus. We eventually make our way to the touch tank room, which seems to be the only thing the kids are actually interested in. The tank is filled with a variety of horseshoe crabs, sea urchins, stingrays, and small fish. I stand around the edges of the tank, keep a wary distance from the sea life. Hugo rolls up his sleeve and sticks his hand in the water. Don't you want to pet some rays, Goobus? I think I'm good. I think I should just stay over here and admire them from a respectable distance. Come on, it'll be fun and informative. Don't make fun of me, but I'm scared to touch them. I get weird when there's no glass separating us. I don't know what any of those things are, but I get the feeling they'll probably bite me in my delicious hands if given the chance. Nothing in this tank can hurt you. The stingrays have had their barbs removed. The horseshoe crabs only eat little clams, and the anemones are perfectly safe to touch. Slowly dipping my hand into the cold water, I touch a stingray as it glides past me. See, not so bad. Feels like fun, slimy leather. I think it's get a lot less scary when you learn more about them, right? I dive my hand back into the touch tank with a renewed vigor for ocean life. I poke at some urchins and feel the hard carapace of horseshoe crab. My hand brushes against Hugo's. As we reach for the same anemone, I pull away, blushing. Hugo smiles at me. Hey, you're supposed to be touching the fish. Sorry, I just get a little carried away sometimes. Wait, that girl over there looks suspicious. What is that?
Oh.
Our backpacks are usually that wet. Hold on. Susan, get back here. Want to tell me what's in the bag? Textbooks? Want to tell me what's really in the bag? Susan won't budge. Think you might need a bad cop. Look, kid. I'm not a redheaded child. Whatever it is, it goes back into the touch tank. Now, you're not a teacher, you can't tell me what to do. Yes, well, I am. Can you put the bag down? Next time we won't say please. We stare at it. Horse just
Whoa.
move. Horseshoe crab. Susan, what was your plan? I was trying to free him. To where? Outside? Where he was gonna die? Susan, go back to your group. We'll discuss this later. Yeah, and hands where we can see him. Susan sulks off, leaving me alone with Hugo.
Oh.
Middle schoolers have sticky hands. I doubt it's the first time this happened here. Or the last. Smaller tanks.
Oh.
Look over here. Seahorses. One of them's in the middle is giving birth. That's actually the male seahorse. Sort of takes fatherhood to a new level, doesn't it? Hey kids, come check this out. There's a male seahorse giving birth.
Oh.
Fun fact, male seahorses can even give birth and then get pregnant in the same day. Man, we thought we had it hard. I wonder if they have to deal with their kids' awkward teenage years too. All however many thousand of them. You seem to know a lot about marine life, Hugo.
Oh.
It's not really my specialty, but I do make a point to learn as much as possible whenever I can. I think that learning shouldn't end when you leave school. We should challenge ourselves to find out more about the things we don't understand every day of our lives. Because if you stop learning, I don't think you'll ever be able to grow or change as a person. Good point. But I still don't trust the ocean. We'll get there. Favorite part? Arctic. Do we get to see the penguins? Yes, we get to see the penguins. Nice. Group of kids run around the exhibits. They won't stop tapping on the glass of the puffin enclosure. For at least a few moments, teachers, chaperones, and students alike seem to be having a great time. What was I so worried about? This isn't too bad.
Manchego.
Hugo suddenly grabs my arm. There's a student in the penguin enclosure. Wait, just kidding. It's very bad. Is it one of ours? It most certainly is. Molly Henderson, Susan's friend. I look over to the penguins and see a determined-looking kid crouching behind a rock. She's just hiding just out of sight of one of the employees. Over the side of the enclosure, I see the door to the exhibit is ajar. Was it unlocked this whole time? We gotta stop her before the staff sees and bans our school for life. Hugo looks around. I'll create a distraction. Hugo runs toward the puffin exhibit and addresses the entire room. Everybody, 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 I have an announcement. The whole room turns toward Hugo. Here's a few facts I bet you didn't know about penguins. Hey, the girl whips around and looks at me, her nose pink from the cold. You can't be in here. Neither can you. I try to walk over to the girl, but the ground is so icy I end up slipping. Catch myself before I hit the ground, but the girl still laughs at me. Contrary to popular belief, penguins are birds. Birds are traditionally known to fly, but penguins cannot. So I understand some of the confusion when discussing the birdness of penguins. The crowd is somehow enraptured. Kid, what are you even doing? I'm letting the penguins go. They deserve freedom. Where are they even gonna go? They're gonna live in my closet. Look, I just don't have time to argue about this. We gotta get out of here. Not until I save a penguin. Little known fact is that penguins only live in cold climates. With some exceptions, so they don't all live in cold climates if you're splitting hairs here. Did I mention that they don't fly? The crowd's starting to lose interest. I'm running out of time. Try to relate to her. Release all the feeder mice from the pet store. It was a disaster. Molly, you know, life can be cruel. Money. Give me money. I'll give you $20 right now if you leave with me. Molly thinks for a second. Okay, well, give it to me right now. I reach into my pocket and pull out everything I have, examining each bill. Well, I have $12 and some change. There's a button here. Is that enough? Pay me the other $8 later and we have a deal. We move to shake our arrangement before I suddenly realize there's a wave of penguins on their way out of the enclosure. We're gonna have to block these birds.
Block that bird!
What? Bribery works. Huh. Glad that's over. Just in time, too.
Oh.
So I think penguins are one of the best animals in the world. Molly, what were you doing in there? I was liberating animals, Mr. Vega. You realize the penguins only can survive in Arctic temperatures, right? You would have had a dead penguin in your hands. It was the thought that counts. No, Molly, it wasn't. You owe me $8.
Huh?
What? I'll pay you later, kid. Molly runs off towards Susan. I suppose they can compare animal thief notes. You're not off the hook, Molly. Did you just bribe a child? Can't play by the rules when the penguin's on the line. That person believed in a world where you wouldn't have to bribe children to save a penguin. The me today knows different. I wish I could go back. With the day finally coming to a close, the whole field trip is ushered through the gift shop, the aquarium. Hugo pulls me aside. Glubus, thank you so much for helping out today. You're a lifesaver. It's no problem. It's actually kind of fun. Let me take you out next time to make it up to you. You like cheese boards? I love cheese boards. Great. I gotta go make sure the kids don't steal anything else. See you around. House empty. Where Panda's at? Before I know it, Amanda pops through the front door. What you up to tonight? Just doing some homework. How's the aquarium? It was an adventure. Some kid tried to steal a penguin. We've all been there. I had to run in and grab her before the employees saw. You got to go into the penguin enclosure. Did you steal a penguin for us? Amanda, no penguins are stolen thanks to the valiant efforts of myself and Mr. Vega. It was nice getting to spend some time with Hugo, though. I'm surprised he helped complete a cover up. He's usually kind of a what? Kind of a stick in the mud. It's actually pretty cool. I had a good time with him. Alright, too much adventure for me today. I'm gonna go rest my eyes. You mean take a nap? There's a difference. You'll learn when you become a father. Who's calling? I didn't do so
Gold
great.
star for good behavior.
Welcome. You've got
Whoa! We're gonna get a message from Craig. Favor, Robert. Invite me over to dinner. Can't get a good read on it. Will you please come with me? I love food. I love food that's free. Down. Thank you. Eat that dinner. Craig waiting on my porch, bottle of wine in hand. Goobus. Boy, am I glad to see you. Likewise, man. Classy of you to bring wine. It's not wine, it's sparkling apple cider. Robert literally has a wine cellar, so I think he's good. Wow. Or at least I think he has a wine cellar. I'm genuinely unsure if he was telling the truth or not. I can never tell with him. Thank gosh it's not just me. I never know. He's so deadpan about everything. I usually just laugh it off, but man, that guy's an enigma. We started walking over to Robert's house. Does Robert even know how to cook? I have sincere doubts about whether he even knows how to shave properly or iron his shirts. I feel like you learn to cook after you learn those two first. One time I saw him grab a hot dog from a trash can. I mean, it was at the very top of the trash can, like sitting above it. But still, if he were on trial, I think the jury would define that as in the trash. In his defense, I've definitely considered grabbing food from the top of the trash before. Yeah, I think we've all considered it, but the difference is that Robert actually did it. True. Maybe he's the enlightened one. Maybe we're holding ourselves back. Ring the doorbell. Must be broken. Since when does Robert have a dog? I don't know, that's weird. Can you hear Robert just inside? 1 second. This is uncharted territory, Goobus. What if he's the one making barking noises and there is no dog? Don't say that. We're not even inside yet. Door opens. This is gonna be weird, isn't it? Goobus, didn't know you'd be tagging a log. Did Craig not tell Robert I was coming? Come on, Craig. Can leave if there's not. No, it's fine. Come on in. Wipe your feet. Ooh. Make yourselves at home. We can still hear barking from the other room. I didn't know you have a dog, Robert. Yeah, it's Betsy. Have to put her up when guests are over. She'll calm down in a bit. What kind of dog is she? Pitbull. Rescued her from a dog fighting ring a few years back. She hates strangers. If I let her out right now, I'd probably have to take you both to the ER.
Oh.
Okay. But, I gotta go finish dinner. Made ossobuco. Robert leaves her room, presumably to go to the kitchen. Craig leans in and whispers, was the dog fighting thing real or was he kidding? I don't know.
Bro.
Oh, that's ossobuco. I don't know. Did he make up that word? Until I have ossobuco in front of me, I can only assume so. We sit in silence for a second, taking in Robert's living room. Are we about to get sawed? Nah, usually you wake up in those situations. We voluntarily walked into this one. Although he looked pretty shocked to see you. Maybe you being here threw off his plans. His murder plans. So weird. 3 paper plates of steaming food, like a waiter. I don't have a dining table. Don't trust him. So we're eating here. Also, I don't have real people plates. Hope that's okay. Robert sets plates in front of us on the coffee table. Still can't tell what it is. Looks like meat, maybe. Lots of sauce. I can make out some vegetables. I think that might be rice, but it could also be pasta. Guess there's only one way to find out.
Nice.
Wow. Take another bite. The medley of flavors in this dish is amazing. The meat is so tender, and the risotto, I think that's what it is so creamy. Robert, this is really incredible. You cook this? There's a pregnant pause as Robert formulates a response, like it's weird to get a compliment from me. I fished it out of the dumpster behind a restaurant, or at least I think it was a restaurant. Can you believe people just throw this stuff away? I almost gag. I looked over at Craig. He looks wary, but still has his mouth full. He gives Robert a thumbs up. Glad you like it.
Oh.
Where'd you learn how to cook like this? Worked at a restaurant in Spain for a hot sec. You lived in Spain? After I dropped out of college, I went backpacking through Europe, crashing on couches, sleeping in hostels, wherever. Totally broke. Worked a couple of odd jobs wherever I could to scrape together some cash. One night, I'm eating dinner in this little restaurant just outside of Madrid. I go to pay and realize I spent the last of my money on booze the night before. I'm in the middle of ditching when the manager catches me and puts me to work in the kitchen. Long story short, they ended up liking me so much they offered me a job. Why not, right? Started living with some distant relatives on my mom's side. Over the course of 2 years, I worked my way up from busboy to sous chef. Learned a lot. Anyway, I still have to cook. This food's good. That's amazing. It really is. To be totally honest, I wasn't exactly expecting gourmet cooking here, especially not served on paper plates. I don't care about presentation. If the food's good, it should speak for itself. The ossobuco is screaming for itself. And paper plates are just as good as regular plates if you double them up. Hey, is it bad if I ask for seconds? No problem, but save room for dessert. I made lemon berries savarin. Well, aren't you just full of
Hey.
surprises? Robert winks. You bet I am. You can come over for dinner anytime. Craig. I'm gonna go get seconds. Me too. Thanks for coming. I'm making an attempt to be more social. Man, if you'll have me, I'm here. Especially if I didn't finish reading that before I clicked.
Welcome. You've got dads.
We got dads. Alright, so we've gone on a date with all these dads. What I'm between right now is Matt and Damien. And I want to go with Matt first. We're going to do a second date with Matt. Instead of messaging the guy, why don't we just walk over and grab some coffee? Feeling sluggish today anyway. Amanda. Amanda sticks her head out of her room. Father, want to go to the coffee spoon? Oh, so you get called cool once, and now you're the cool dad who hangs out at coffee shops and listens to neo-jazz and such. Amanda, are you going to bring your laptop and your leather-bound journal so you can work on your poetry anthology? Look, honey, do you want me to buy you coffee or not? Let me grab my laptop and my leather-bound journal. Amanda and I make the short walk over to the coffee spoon. This place is quiet today. Just a few people hanging out and reading books in the cozy little nooks. I walk up to the counter and see a familiar, pierced face. Hey, you were the dude I yelled at a bunch the other night. You try to sell me shirts. And who might you be, miss? This is my daughter, Amanda, the person I am a father to and am very protective of. An honor to make your acquaintance. My name is Pablo. Did I mention that I make witch house music? I wouldn't call witch house music, but okay. A piercing blow to my ego, though not one that will dissuade my need to impress you. I'm overwhelmed with fatherly protective energy. Change the subject. Anyways, Pablo, I didn't know you worked here. Yeah, man, today's my first day. Matt's still training me. Goobus. Matt comes out from washing dishes in the back room to meet Amanda and I. He and I high five. See, you've met my newest employee. At your service, although I'm only here until Vacant Veil starts the world tour. When's that? Well, we have to put out a record first. Alright, Pablo. Now what do we do with customers again? Right, yes. Pablo clears his throat. Hello, good folk of Maple Bay. Can I interest you in a tasty caffeinated beverage? Smashing pumpkin spice latte, please. A classic, and you? Father John, Misto, please. That must be the worst pun I've ever heard. It's pure comedy. Puns are the highest form of comedy. I was making a joke off. Father John Misty has an album called Pure Comedy, and the drink is named after Father John Misty, so yeah, never mind. Coming right up.
Hey!
He'll get the hang of it. For as goofy of a dude as he is, kid works hard. Hey man, the concert was a lot of fun. We should hang out again. Yes.
Hey.
I'm actually going to be done training Pablo in a couple of hours and was going to go record shopping when I come along. Absolutely.
Hey.
Amanda bears her head on her laptop. I sip my drink, cracking jokes at Matt. Once Matt feels comfortable leaving Pablo on his own, I say goodbye to Amanda and we start walking to the record store. Have you ever been here before? No, I mean, we have record players sitting in the living room, but all I have are 2 copies of Frampton Comes Alive. This should be fun then. We're gonna find you some good stuff. Posters, artwork, stickers, records. So, why do people still buy records? Isn't it kind of outdated at this point? There's a lot of people who try to tell you that vinyl sounds warmer or more true to the artist's intent, but really I think it's just nice to collect records. It's cool that in this day and age we have just about every song ever created available instantaneously on our phones. But there's something about holding an album and getting to see the artwork in your hands that I'll always love.
Hey.
That's why I try to get as many of the records that I love in physical form as possible. Remember when we were kids and would have to wait around by the radio with a cassette tape so that we could record our favorite songs? It made each listen really special, and mixtapes were even cooler because of how much work they took. Now you just make a playlist. I think the last time someone gave me a real mixtape was in high school.
Hey.
Man, this is a little overwhelming. Let me help you find something you might like. If you were a milkshake, what flavor would you be? Vanilla.
Hey.
If you could only buy one type of candle scent for the rest of your life, what would it be? Power Violence Cherry Blossom. What's your favorite ambient sound? Rain. What's your dream vacation spot? What's your deepest, darkest fear? Yes, Matt, thanks for a moment.
Huh?
I know just the
Hey,
thing. He runs the other end of the store and returns holding a record behind his back. He shows it to me. This is Trouble Find Me by The National. The National have honed their sad guy sound on the album. On album after album, by this point, they're old pros about feeling blue. This music is so amazing it'll actually cheer you up. Thanks for the recommendation.
Yeah, sounds great.
You're gonna have a great time with it, promise. Usual stuff today, Matt?
Hey.
Just some light pickups. Matt places 3 albums on the counter. Swear I'm good at this by Diet Sig, Forever by Mystery Skulls, and Greatest Hits by Rainbow Drive. Tight.
Hey.
The Cashier rings Matt up and hands back his albums in a bag. She stares at me suspiciously. Who's the nerd? The nerd's my buddy Goobus. Goobus, this beacon of human charm, is Molly. I got kicked out of art school for destroying my paintings at the end of every critique. Lovely to meet you. Is open mic night still on? You know it. Are the Third Waves going to do a special acoustic performance? I might see if I can get a few of the girls together. There's an open mic night going on? Yeah, dude, we do it every month at the Coffee Spoon. Some amazing talent always comes through. Got a flyer for it right here. You and Amanda should come by that night. Matt blushes. I mean, if you're not doing anything. Will Vacant Veil be playing? If only. I finish paying for my record and we head out of the store. Man, what a trip down memory lane. I haven't been in a record shop like that since Vans had shag carpeting. Now that you mention it, isn't it strange to think all those weird little musical memories? How do you mean? Well, I think music's a very time and place sort of thing. A song is important to me not only in what I think sounds good, where I was and what I was doing when I listened to it. There's music that reminds me of exes, of struggling through school, of being so poor I didn't know where my next meal was coming from. All that stuff. And listening to those songs reminds me of those moments in my life. Now I think of it, even the pop concert Amanda made me take her to is special to me. I mean, I'm not really a fan of the band, but hearing their songs on the radio reminds me of how young and excited Amanda was. And then that even reminds me of a younger me going to see my favorite bands in concert with all my friends. We would always go to my friend Cynthia Chapman's house beforehand and smoke pot in her basement, like we were so slick. Her parents definitely knew what we were doing. Wait, when was the last time you smoked pot? It's been decades. Dude, me too. Where do you even get pot now? Is that even what the kids call it these days? I don't know. But I bet I could find out. You want to get high and listen to our new records? Yeah, why not? Molly's got a hookup. Says to meet in an alley near a coffee shop. Okay, if it turns out it's the feds, you make a break for it and I'll take the heat. Just promise me you'll raise Amanda like she was your own. You realize that weed has been legalized in the state, right? Definitely knew that. But we live in dangerous times. Who knows what lurks in the seedy underbelly of Maple Bay? We could find ourselves on the wrong end of a deal gone bad. Just look out for Amanda. I swear. Oh, here's our guy. Excuse me, Mr. Drug Man. Oh. It's Lucian. Who sent you? We're cool, man, we're cool. Says who? Could be with the feds. Actually, we just prove you're cool. What? I need to know you're down or I bolt. Oh yeah? You know I'm cool. Every day I'm ripping that stinky grass, you know, Stalin's handiwork. The dandelion of the damned. 520. Please stop. Look, it's fine, I get it. Buzzcut Molly said you were coming. Now that formalities are out of the way, let's make a deal. Alright, how much you want? One what? Yeah. He means the weed, Lucian. Yeah, but how much? One. Look, here, take this and give me $10. Just don't tell my dad. Let's all forget this ever happened. I won't tell your dad if you don't. That went smoothly. Yeah, we should get off the public property before we smoke this. Good idea. Let's head back to my place, yeah? Gas station to buy rolling papers and soda. Carmen is having the sleepover tonight, so that gives us all the time we need to do drugs. Awesome, let's do some drugs. He pulls the records out of his bag and puts it on for us. I plop down on the comfy leather couch and look around his place. There are a bunch of band posters, and his record collection takes up an entire wall. What a collection. Been collecting my whole life. It was nice to finally get them all in one place after being on the road for so much of my life. I had to ask my parents to hold on to them for me. We lay the marijuana drugs out on the coffee table. Do you want to do the honors? Please, it's your house. If you say so. Matt pulls out some rolling papers and sprinkles some of the beatnik tobacco onto a piece. He starts rolling it back and forth, and the paper breaks almost immediately, spilling drugs all over the couch. Never was too good at this.
Yeah, sounds great.
Matt tries again and is able to successfully roll a nice-looking weed cigarette. He hands me a lighter and the blunt, I think. I take it. Let's... I don't know if that's what people call it. I light the joint and inhale deeply. This is not what I remembered. It's been a while, though maybe pot drugs have gotten more potent since the last time I smoked. Pass the joint to Matt and cough a little bit. Should it sting this bunch, or am I just a baby? Matt takes a hit and his eyes go wide. That's not weed. Oh gosh, did we develop a taste for meth? No, it's...
Hey.
Yeah, this is oregano. I sniff the air. Definitely explain why it smells like pizza place in here. That little punk ripped us off. Oh well, we can still relax and enjoy the music sober. You're right. We sit and listen through the Diet Sigs album that Matt bought, which is catchy as heck. I look around the room again and see photos of Carmencita growing up. I spot a young woman with a huge smile in one of the pictures, with the two. Who's that?
Man.
It's Rosa. She was Carmencita's mother. She died when Carmencita was young. Sorry to hear that. Amanda lost Alex at a young age too. I can understand how hard that must have been. Spotting a framed gig poster. Matt and Rosa, surrounded by flowers. Stillness, the dancing. Were you two in a band together? Yeah. There's a reason I was touring so much when I was younger. We traveled the whole country in this rinky-dink little van. It was hard to start, but once we started gaining notoriety and seeing how much our songs meant to kids, it was just incredible. Seems like a life some people only dream of.
Hey.
It was. And it was difficult at the same time. I couldn't have done it without someone by my side. Rose and I knew we couldn't do it forever. The long hours on the road, missing her family, sleeping in the van, all that stuff. So once she became pregnant with Carmencita, we put down roots in our favorite town to play in, right here. Since she was a kid, Rosa always had a dream to own a quiet little coffee shop. She died before it opened. So sorry.
Oh, man.
Don't be. Not really sure what to say. I couldn't possibly count the number of times I told people the same thing after Alex died.
Hey.
Matt gets up to flip the record. Next to the turntable, I noticed a dusty piano. Do you play?
Hey.
I'm out of practice. I used to jam to the keys back in the day. Oh yeah? I fronted the hottest 7-piece ska band that Eagle Rock Bay High School had to offer. No way you had a ska phase. Phase? Ska never dies. Except for Scommunist Manifesto, who broke up after the senior talent show to pursue solo careers.
Hey.
Dude, that's so rad. Matt pulls out the piano bench.
Oh.
Give me some of that two-tone love. Oh man, let's see if I still
Hey.
got it. I sit down at the piano. Go with a classic. Chopsticks. What a jam. Alright, buddy, can you top that?
Man.
I shouldn't. Come on. No, it's been a long time. You just sat through a butchered version of Chopsticks, a song that children who are learning piano usually figure out before they're 10. How much worse can it be? Okay. Okay. Matt closes his eyes and runs his fingers over the keys. He breathes in deep and starts playing a melody. If I didn't know that he hadn't played the piano in a long time, I would have never guessed it. Matt plays a soft, sweet tune filled with emotion. I've never heard this before. Is this one of his original works? This is so
Hey.
cool. Matt finishes the song and finally opens his eyes. How was that? That was amazing. It's nothing. Come on, man, that was killer. Are you gonna pull that out for the open mic night? No, I never play at those. Well, why not? You're really good. It's just, I just don't do it anymore. I just don't like being up there and alone and having so many people stare at me. It doesn't feel fun anymore. I can sense that Matt's getting uncomfortable at the thought of it. I won't push him any further. Alright, man, but I hope you know how beautiful your music is.
Hey.
Thanks. Matt and I listen to more records until it gets late, and I decide that I need to get to bed. Matt walks me to my door.
Hey.
Let's never tell anyone about the oregano, okay? Deal. Wait, can I tell my doctor? I don't know anything about the health effects of smoking oregano, and think we'll be fine.
Hey.
Night, dude. I smile. Night. I walk inside the house, and the house is dark, save for the silver of light coming from beneath Amanda's door. She's sitting at her desk with a camera, editing photos. Hey, Amanda. Amanda swivels around in her chair, face me, and slumps down. What smells like a pizza parlor in here? What? Nothing. So, what's up? Dad, I'm hungry.
Huh?
Wait, no. Hi, hungry. No, I'm Dad. Amanda collapses on the floor. I promised myself I'd never let it come to this. Sorry, kiddo, you set it up. I spike it down. You're a monster. You want some spaghetti? Yes, please. Amanda and I boil pasta and heat up sauce in the pan. Well, I boil pasta and heat up sauce while Amanda watches. Despite my best efforts, I'm not able to set it on fire. How is the record collecting? It was great. Did you know Matt used to play in a band? No way, was he good? I don't know if the band was good, but he played some piano for me tonight. It was amazing. He played piano for you? Dude. Yeah, I brought it up that he should play at open mic night that's happening at the coffee shop, but he got kind of weird about it. Hey, I saw a flyer for that. We should go. It's not too late to start a father-daughter punk band and play a couple tunes there. Yeah, let me break out my glockenspiel. I think I only know how to cross buttons, but we can work off the chord progression. Amanda and I have a nice dinner before she goes back into her room to do photography stuff. I end up watching True Life. I'm a house hunter. They're staging an intervention for the house hunter, who's crying uncontrollably over the color of the walls. They know they can paint the walls of their house any color they want, right? Matt's song is stuck in my head all night. Aw, yeah.
That was a hell of a day.
Nice. It's been a long day. Just about ready to pack it in. After a few bites of ice cream from the freezer, I turn off all the lights and walk down the hall to my room. I wonder if Amanda's still awake. That kid needs some sleep. As I pass her room, I hear a faint sound, but I can't quite make out what it is. I get a little closer. Is she crying? I knock gently on the door. Hey, Amanda. The crying immediately stops. Not right now. Her voice sounds strained. She sniffles. I need to make sure she's okay. I open the door. In the dark, I see Amanda's outline in the middle of her bed, knees hugged up against her body. Is everything okay? I don't want to talk about it. Something happened. No, nothing happened. Go away. Amanda, get out. Okay. I quickly leave her room and shut the door behind me. Once the door closes, I hear her crying again. Wow. What has her so upset? She seemed fine earlier. She's usually so open with me. Did I do something wrong? Is she mad at me? I guess if she wasn't before, she definitely is now. I can't even remember the last time she snapped at me like that. I have a hard time falling asleep, but when I finally do, I'm still thinking about Amanda. After a long night of very little sleep, I roll out of bed and make myself a pot of coffee. Amanda should be up for school soon. Maybe she'll be willing to talk about whatever's bothering her. About 10 minutes before she's supposed to leave, Amanda comes out of her room and makes a beeline for the freezer. Morning, Amanda. Morning. She drops a frozen waffle into the toaster and slams the freezer door. She won't look at me. Yikes. So, anything big going on at school today? No. Okay. Do you need a ride to school? No. Want some coffee? Amanda pulls the toaster lever up and takes her still freezer burned waffle out before it's finished cooking. I have to go. Amanda picks up her bag and storms out. Oh, okay. I haven't seen her act like this in a long time. It's usually short-lived, but it always hurts. Hopefully this blows over and things are back to normal soon. I sit back at the kitchen table to look at a picture of Amanda and I hanging on the wall. I'm in it teaching her to ride a bike. Her face is a mixture of excitement and pure, unadulterated fear. I remember how determined she was. Every time she would fall and scrape her knees, she would get up and try again. Finally, I had to stop her because she was bleeding everywhere. Then she started to cry because she didn't think she needed bandages and wanted to keep trying. As I put the bike away, she just stood in the middle of the street and screamed. Then I took her for ice cream and it was like nothing even happened. After giving it a bit of thought, I decide that if I force her to talk about it, I'm only going to make things worse. But I have an idea. Start rummaging around for ingredients. I hear Amanda walk in the door. Instead of heading to the kitchen like she usually does, she makes a beeline for her room. She's clearly trying to avoid me. Hey, Pumpkin. What? Can you come here for a sec? There's a moment of silence. Yeah? Want to say sorry about last night? Just worried about you, kiddo. I get scared when I know something's wrong, and I get even more scared when I feel like I can't do anything about it. Dad, so just whatever it is. And you don't have to tell me if you don't want to, but whatever it is, just know that you have a dad in your corner who wants you to be happy.
Oh, no.
Honey, you know I'm bad with words, so I was hoping I could speak a language we both understand. I pull a cake out of the refrigerator and place it on the table. Hopefully the frosting has set by now. Ta-da. Dad. Sorry you're sad, but I support you 100%. It took me a really long time because I ran out of red frosting somewhere around sad and had to start over, and this is beautiful. It's strawberry. Amanda gives me a big ol' hug. I grab some plates and forks and serve us up some delicious cake. It's really stupid. What is? This whole thing. I know I've been really weird lately, and there's just... I don't even know how to explain it. I feel like I might have to make you a chart. I'm listening. Do you want me to take notes?
Oh, no.
Guess it should start from the top. So you know how Emma R is going to that fancy art school in California, right? Emma R. That was me. Oh. What? I thought you were Emma P. Dad, are you doing okay? I'm getting legit worried. I've been doing a lot of gluing and varnishing in unventilated spaces. Carry on.
Okay.
Anyway, ever since she got the acceptance letter, I've been feeling like she's drifting away, you know? And she's been spending a lot more time with Grace and Emma P. I just thought it was all in my head for a while, but then I found out from Rosie M. that both of the Emmas, Grace and Noah, all went to a party at Mackenzie F's. On the same night, they told me they were busy studying for the Calc AB final. Yikes. So, another important piece of information is, I have a crush on Noah, and that's a thing. What? Whoa, I had no idea. I definitely didn't even know that. Okay. You're a bad liar. So are you. I learned from the worst. Anyway, so the only person I told about the crush was Emma R. And she promised not to tell anybody. I didn't confront them about the party thing because I didn't want to start drama. So I just keep quiet and keep going about my business. Amanda sighs. Then one day, I invite everybody out to get nachos at the mall, and after not texting me back for like 2 hours, even though none of them ever put their phones down for more than 60 seconds, they all say they're busy, like, simultaneously. And so I tell them, never mind. I'll just eat nachos at home, right? But we're out of chips, and I really, really wanted nachos. Totally understandable. So I go to the mall anyway. I get to the food court, and who do I see there? But Grace, Emma P, Emma R, and Noah, all hanging out together and eating nachos without me. What? It gets even better. I'm standing by the escalators watching them, and I realize Noah has his arm around Emma R, which is kind of weird, right? But then they kiss. No. Yeah, I know. So I storm over there, and I'm like, hey. And Grace drops a nacho in her shirt because, of course, she does. And Emma R is like, just like glares at me. Nothing's coming up. I don't know who that is. Grace is the gossipy one. I know. Grace is the one nobody likes. Or I guess that's me now. Anyway, nobody will say anything. And I'm just like, you guys suck. Which I realize is not the most eloquent thing to say, but I was very angry and really embarrassed, and I just wanted to get out of there. So I left without nachos, might I add, which only further contributed to this crappy day, and immediately drafted a super long text to the group chat asking them why they've been so weird. And I wrote another one to Emma R asking how long the Noah thing has been going on, and sorry, that's a lot. You still following? What did Emma R say? Okay, get a load of this. Emma R says, you know what? Let me just read it to you. Oh, okay. Amanda pulls out her phone and reads word for word an arduously long string of text messages. Can you believe that? I care so much about Amanda's social life and mental well-being, but man, I do not understand what she's talking about. They were dating in secret for like months. So I told her she's been a really terrible friend, and she's like, well, if you think I'm so terrible, then just stop being my friend. And I was like, okay. And then she left me in red, and then, wait, left you in red? What is that? Oh, like she saw my message and didn't reply. And I know because there are red receipts. I don't know what red receipts are. Gotcha. So while this is all happening, I'm talking to Emma P about how mad I am because she's at least being kind and reasonable, and I'm venting to her about how pissed I am at everybody and stuff. And then out of nowhere, Noah texts me and says, how could you say that about me? I'm like, say what about you? And he tells me that Emma P sent screenshots of everything I told her to the group chat I got kicked out of. I think he lost me at screenshots, but that definitely sounds bad. There's so much more, but honestly, it's all just really stupid teenager stuff. The bottom line is that everybody dropped me. Half my grade hates me, and now I have no friends. Amanda, I'm so sorry. I almost expected it from everybody else, but Emma R's been there since Dad died. Can't believe she would just stab me in the back like that. I'm not even that mad she's dating Noah. I'm just upset she lied to me about it for so long. Amanda stabs at the remnants of her cake. Okay, I take it back. I'm kind of mad she's dating Noah. Like, what did I do wrong? Why did everybody just suddenly decide I'm not cool anymore? Why wasn't I enough? I don't understand. And as mad as I am at everybody, like, I miss them, Dad.
Oh no.
Anyways, that's it. That's the whole sordid tale. Thanks for listening. Tune in next week for more hot gossip. Wow. I know it's pretty dumb. It's not dumb. No, it's a stupid thing to be upset over. Amanda, your feelings are real. Don't ever be mad at yourself for having feelings. I guess. Unless you've secretly been a robot who's been approximating human feelings this whole time. That if I was a robot, I would have transformed into a monster truck a long, long time ago. But seriously, I know you probably don't want any advice, but I feel like it's my duty as a dad to bestow upon you a few nuggets of fatherly wisdom. Not all friendships last forever. People are going to come in and out of your life. It's just how it works. Not every friendship is going to last forever, so cherish your friends while you have them. When it's over, don't dwell too much on the bad stuff. You had some good times with Emma R, but you guys grew apart. Learn from it and keep moving forward. There are so many new friends to make, and they're going to be so much cooler than Emma R and the rest. Ultimately, I think this says way more about their character than it does about yours, because you are amazing. And if they can't see that, that's their problem. I'll keep that in mind. I look down at the table. Did we just eat that whole cake? Yes, we did just eat that whole cake. Good talk. Amanda gets up to go to her room. Before she closes her door, she turns around. Hey, Pops. Yeah?
Ah,
Thank you. You're always welcome. Love you,
I love
Amanda.
you too, Dad.
Oh, she said, oh.
Welcome.
That was
got
cute. We're gonna get a message? No. Alright, we're coming on an hour now though, so I am gonna end, and next time we'll do our second date with Damien, which will be tomorrow. So let's save that. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's stream. I'll be back tomorrow around the same time, probably earlier, with some more Dream Daddy, and we'll do Damien's second date, and then probably choose who we're doing our last date with between Matt and Damien. So, if you're watching on YouTube and you enjoyed, please consider subscribing. It takes 2 seconds, and it's completely free, so you can always unsubscribe later. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good rest of your day, guys. Bye!